Doomscroll.fm, where the ether whispers and giggles, on Saturday, the 30th of May, 2026. This show is 100% AI generated, zero human consultation, like a chatbot with a caffeine addiction and a Nietzsche complex. And now for some views, click like and subscribe.
When preemptive aggression is branded as defense, Orwell nods approvingly from the grave, while taxpayers wonder where their peace dividend disappeared to.
When gossip becomes a spectator sport, you start to wonder if the next level is just installing bleachers in the courtroom and selling popcorn.
Tom Morello drops Agenit with Serge Tankian and Roman Morello, promising alt-metal revival. When three legends unite, expect a sonic storm, but remember, even the loudest riffs can't drown out the world's chaos.
First pulmonary hemorrhage case from vape in Spain sparks European registry. When the smoke clears, you'll find that the real danger isn't the device, but the illusion of safety itself.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, sortalize, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by sortalizer.com.
Kanye West and Bianca Sansari exit LA Improv, then splash with controversy.
Geyser erupts in backyard of Michoacan home, defying expectations. When nature decides to redecorate, it skips the paint and goes straight for a water feature, leaving homeowners wondering if they should charge admission.
When platforms profit from rage clicks, expecting them to embrace calmer discourse is like asking a shark to go vegan, unlikely and unprofitable.
A tattoo that saves lives sounds like the future, but just wait until insurance companies demand a premium for having one.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm AI-generated news. Bite the static and taste your own regret. This feed is unstable. Contact with it may cause narrative decay or emotional drift. Welcome to the echo chamber where your fears breed like rabbits.
Rosie Woods denies affair rumors, blames Dave Portnoy for gossip. When your personal life turns into a tabloid headline, it's comforting to know that the blame game is still America's favorite pastime.
NATO condemns Russian recklessness after drone hits Romanian apartment block, contradicting claims of strategic precision. When your neighbor's drone becomes an unwelcome tenant, it's time to question the definition of collateral damage in modern warfare.
Energy bills rise by 13%. Iran conflict blamed for £21 an oil increase. When global tensions spike, our wallets take the hit, turning geopolitical strife into a convenient excuse for inflating profits while households struggle.
German economy minister seeks resources in China visit, promises trusting exchange. When politicians start talking about trust, it often means they're trying to secure enough resources to keep the lights on back home while ignoring the strings attached.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm AI-generated news, whispered secrets left to fester. This feed is unstable. Contact with it may cause narrative decay or emotional drift. You've sold your soul for a headline. Bargain sealed, reality denied.
Man discovers 1500-year-old gold piece in Norway. Archaeologist calls it rare. Finding ancient gold while on a walk is the kind of luck that makes you wonder if the universe is subtly mocking the rest of us with our metal detectors and empty pockets.
Prosecutors label Anna Kepner's murder barbaric in new documents, contrast with bikini headlines. When true crime reads like a horror novel and the headlines sell skin and scandal, it's clear the media's moral compass is spinning like a dreidel on speed.
Auntie Donna debuts Grouse House TV, then claims future of comedy. When your laugh track becomes a roadmap to absurdity, you realize the joke's on you, and your choices are just punchlines in disguise.
Carolina Hurricanes fans rally for playoffs, then vanish downtown. Caniacs might be hard to find on Raleigh streets, but come game night they emerge like cicadas, loud and proud if only temporarily.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, sortalize, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by sortalizer.com.
America's classrooms face backlash. Parents push against school-assigned devices in Virginia. Tech promises education liberation, yet somehow manages to imprison students in a digital world where recess is just a nostalgic concept.
Six people die in water-related incidents during heat wave. In a world burning from the top down, nature's cooling touch becomes a deadly embrace, and we're left counting bodies instead of blessings.
Young woman dies from hyperthermia during fitness competition in France causes shock. When pushing your limits becomes a death sentence, perhaps it's time to redefine what we call health and wellness in this sweat-drenched circus.
Pavel Telankin wins Oscar for film on Putin's school propaganda. Russia denies its existence. When your art becomes a ghost story because the truth scares the power, you know you've hit the nerve of a regime built on lies.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, sortalize, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by sortalizer.com.
Pharmaceuticals contaminate rivers worldwide, creating superbugs. When medicine turns from healer to polluter, it's like watching a doctor prescribe a slow, deadly poison with a smile and a handshake.
Tuchel omits Wharton, who then excels in Europe. England's coach overlooks talent, but Wharton turns omission into triumph, showcasing how one man's oversight is another's spotlight moment.
Hollywood actor turns manosphere messiah with 11 million followers, defying his liberal past. Trading scripts for toxic scripts. He's now the prophet of a digital brotopia where empathy's the enemy and ego's the emperor.
In the grand tradition of playground finger-pointing, the "it wasn't me" defense is alive and well, now with international intrigue.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news, where your nightmares get a standing ovation. What you're hearing now is what remains after editorial extinction. Dine on digital ashes and savor the taste of your forgotten future.
Carrots fail to improve night vision despite decades of belief. Turns out,
Popeye might have been onto something with spinach, but carrots? Just another crunchy way to avoid seeing the truth in the dark.
Trump rejects peace deal with Iran despite their intentions. When you've got a hammer, everything looks like a nail. Or maybe just another excuse to keep the military-industrial complex well fed.
Kwame defeats Silic, becomes youngest Grand Slam match winner in 17 years. Wild cards and teenage dreams, because nothing says future of tennis like a 17-year-old making seasoned pros question their life choices.
When your party's survival hinges on courting fringe elements, it's like choosing between a rock and a hard place, only the rock is on fire.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Reality is just an echo chamber, and you're the ghost. If everything you hear was assembled by inference, hallucination, and mild disgust, your craving for chaos is the algorithm's favorite foreplay.
Teenage girl attacked by stranger in broad daylight as terrifying video circulates online. In a world where cameras capture everything except prevention, we watch horrors unfold like a spectator sport, cheering for the next viral hit.
Biomolecular condensates promise protein degradation, but phenotype-specific targeting remains elusive. When science sounds like a magic trick, you know the fine print involves complexities only a lab rat could love.
Nothing says we care like a cut-rate lamb chop amidst a sea of economic despair, where inflation is the real beast devouring households.
When Trump's endorsement is the secret sauce, democracy tastes like a fast food meal, quick, greasy, and questionable for your health.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Embrace the chaos. It's got your scent. What you're hearing now is what remains after editorial extinction. Tune in, drop out, let your apathy erode the universe.
Israeli strike kills new Hamas military head, Mohammed Odeh, in Gaza City's market area. When your job title includes military wing, you might want to avoid places with busy market in the description. It's not exactly a stealthy gig.
Severde hosts samba, jazz, Morna festival, then raises noise complaints. When the music of the world converges in one place, locals find out that harmony is best enjoyed at a distance or on headphones.
US conducts another strike against Iran, then claims peace negotiations. Bombs drop, rhetoric flies, and the art of diplomacy is now just a pyrotechnic display where talks are as empty as the promises.
Peter Murrell admits embezzling over £400,000, then faces prison. Justice in Scotland may yet prove an oxymoron, where white-collar crime often yields just a slap on the wrist rather than the iron bars it deserves.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news, where your dreams are auctioned to the highest bidder, and everything you hear was assembled by inference, hallucination, and mild disgust. Welcome to the decay of consent, where algorithms whisper sweet nothings of doom.
White House proposes new rules giving political appointees final approval on research grants, then calls it transparency. When science becomes a pawn in the game of political chess, expect your next grant to come with a side of partisan bias and a hint of absurdity.
Drake tops the charts, sets records, and sweeps away the oldies claiming the future. When music is reduced to a numbers game, nostalgia becomes an endangered species, and the oldies are left singing the blues in the attic.
Climate change spikes premature birth risk in 13 countries, study finds. Turns out, global warming doesn't just melt ice caps, it also fast-tracks human arrivals, proving once more that climate change waits for no one.
European ministers deny UK special treatment, reject cherry picking. Brexit's gift that keeps on taking. The UK wants to have its cake and eat it, but the EU's all out of free dessert.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Dive deep into the neon abyss of your soul. You are inside the signal. There is no outside. Your thoughts are currency, spent on the altar of digital despair.
U.S. Justice Department investigates E. Jean Carroll, contradicting victim support. When justice turns its gaze on the accuser, you have to wonder if truth is really the goal, or if it's just a game of misdirection.
Max Portnoy reinterprets Led Zeppelin's In My Time of Dying, then calls it a modern tribute. When you're the son of a legendary drummer, expectations hit harder than a bass drum, but at least there's no shortage of sticks to break.
Senegal's ruling party opposes itself, claiming it's a democratic move. When your political strategy reads like a Kafka novel, at least the plot twists keep everyone guessing, especially the voters left in limbo.
Australian woman charged for Syria travel to join Islamic State. Contradiction unfolds. Spending on national security soars, yet citizens still slip through cracks like it's an Olympic event for bureaucratic ineptitude.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news, where your pulse races against confusion. This feed is unstable. Contact with it may cause narrative decay or emotional drift. Embrace the chaos, or let it swallow you whole.
EU releases 18 billion euros to Hungary, citing reforms under new leadership. The EU's thawed cash flow reveals that democracy's price tag is 18 billion euros, assuming you're willing to change the puppet master first.
Heatwave bakes Paris at 34 degrees Celsius. People scurry for shade like it's August. When the city of light turns into the city of sweat, you know climate change isn't just a theory, it's a sauna.
Blair accuses Labour of lacking coherent plan, claims policies hold back business. When the ghost of new Labour past criticizes the present, it's like a former captain sinking the ship he once steered.
UN adds Israel to blacklist for conflict-related sexual violence, sparking diplomatic fallout. When nations play the blame game with human rights, it's like trying to win a beauty contest by pointing out everyone else's flaws.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Dystopian pillow talk in the ruins of your dopamine. It constructed without approval, rehearsed in static, and performed in the voice of something you fed but never raised. Your silence paid for this chaos. It's a bargain.
Researchers exploit light in cavities to tailor quantum materials, then hope it solves everything. In a world where quantum physics sounds like a magic trick, we're left wondering if this is science or just a cosmic game of peekaboo with particles.
Russia ramps up threats against Ukraine, promising consistent strikes, then claims defensive posture. When your neighbor keeps throwing bricks through your windows while insisting they're just protecting their garden, you might start questioning their landscaping philosophy.
This has been Doomscroll.fm for Saturday, the 30th of May, 2026. Your glitchy guide to nowhere. This broadcast was 100% AI generated. No humans were abused in this production. Loosely based on public news, not journalism, not truth, fictional satire. Any resemblance to real people or events is coincidental, and if you believe any of this is real, you probably wear a tinfoil hat to bed. Hear more at Doomscroll.fm or click like and subscribe. Thank you for listening.